I was just saying, man, I interviewed for 2 supervisor positions at the job, and I didn't get either one of them. And what's interesting is that the people that got promoted to supervisor, they were within, they came from that department. Like the people, they were already like team leads or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But back in like 2005, when I was a team lead and I interviewed for a supervisor position, I didn't get it. And they gave it to somebody else outside the department. I'm like, hey, that's your typical office politics.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I kind of looked at that and I was pissed about it. But at the end of the day, man, it's like you gotta just use that shit as motivation, man.
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people, and I would keep it all the way real, man, with the people out here, man, and
keep it a stack. Keep it a stack, like that.
I definitely got to keep it a stack. There's a lot of people out here who brag about their jobs, but the only reason why you keep your job is not because of your happiness, though, but what you feel other people say happiness is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that having a certain job, certain type of career, a certain status is what should ultimately define you. But you unhappy, trying to keep up to other people's definition of happiness.
Yeah.
I always say, man, right now we have to teach our kids, like, we talk about it as the show goes on, though, but we got to teach our kids about entrepreneurship and having those things, though, and then also teaching it in a way that you're not going to always find your purpose, but you can find your purpose. You'll usually find your purpose in what makes you happy.
Yeah.
As long as it's not, obviously, distorted happiness in which you try to make other people miserable. But if you can find a way to profit off of what you love to do,
yeah,
that's real good, man. And that gets you towards your purpose, because your purpose should be, more happy about it. I think we're taught misery. We're taught that once you become an adult, it's all over. It's like, damn.
Well, damn.
17 years, that was it? That was all I had? Was 17 years?
I think, no, man, you hit the shit. Like, I think when it comes to people being comfortable, like, if you really think about it, bro, like, we are, even people who own businesses, we're truly not independent. And what I mean by that, and this shit hit me the other day when I was cleaning the kitchen. I'm like, at any moment, the government could shut down the lights. At any moment, the government or the city can decide to stop sending water to us, to our houses, and we're fucked. Like, we would have no idea what to do, right? Entrepreneurship, definitely want to get there. But I think in order for us to be truly independent, man, we got to go that step further. But like, okay, you cut the lights off, don't worry about it. I got to back up. All right, you stop sending water to my house, don't worry about it. I got to back up. And I think in some counties or some states, it's illegal for people to collect rain. You know how crazy that is? Illegal to collect rain. Hey, man, they're trying to monopolize this. They're not trying. They've already monopolized the shit.
Well, absolutely.
So
get it off of the gullibility of the American people.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah. But
thing, though, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
No, because I'm pretty sure. But it is sad to see that, what I'm saying, how other races have figured it out, and that, especially we as Black people, we haven't.
Yeah. What's
like we don't. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You was about to finish the thought.
No, go ahead.
So I was listening to a Roland Martin shit episode the other day, and he was interviewing. Was it him that said it, or no? It wasn't Roland Martin. It was somebody else. and they made a good ass point. Like, you don't see Jews at the polls. You don't see Asians at the polls worrying about voting, politics, all that other shit. Like, their focus is on entrepreneurship, nation building. I'm like, damn, that's a good point. And we know Jews are richest motherfuckers in the world.
Yeah. Well,
Asians right below them.
Well, I know it's kind of because the Jewish media is the one that controls that narrative. Are they really?
The Jews? I think no. I think they are. I think
I see a lot of motherfuckers out here that's still black. I mean, Mansa. All right, if Mansa Musa was the most was the richest person that ever lived, or the most wealthiest person that ever lived, still calculated to this day, who's his family?
Yeah.
And where are the white people hiding his money?
Well, you know, man, the colonizers, they just, you know, they do what they do, man.
Dude, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, because they're tricksters, man, with that shit. I always say this. I'm going to stand by this. Fuck it. You can't out bullshit white people, and you can't out brag black people.
Yeah.
Because white people will tell you, yes, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America, though, but at least you got a day off. And as a black person, most black people are going to think, yeah, I ain't even going to sweat on that shit. I got a day off. I don't give a fuck. But they just told you that it was a lie.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to tell the truth and be noble. They can lie straight to your face and then say, well, at least you got, at least you got the day off.
Yeah.
Really? People were raped and killed. There's going to be a point in time where everybody who's listening right now, ourselves, Pete, whomever, y'all going to be gone. But that doesn't mean what happened.
Yeah.
Alive. So we're going to dismiss the fact that we're celebrating somebody who did that back then, and we're going to just say, you got a day off?
Yeah.
Just call it day off day. But don't call it Christopher Columbus Day.
Well, some people are comfortable just existing, like the bare minimum, especially black people. Like they're okay with the bare minimum. Oh man, at least they ain't hanging us with rubber ropes now. Now it's barbed wire, whatever, and they'll make us some dumbass shit like you're too brainwashed, man. We are. I mean, of course we're not judging, man. We got a lot of growing to do, but at the same time, man, it's like we haven't made any progress because as black people we still have that same mindset, that same good enough. Oh, this is good enough mindset. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Yo, man, brother. Yo, man, all that crying and shit, like Chuck just said, man, ain't gonna work for shit though. Brother B say he calling in 5, Chuck.
You said what?
Brother T said he calling in 5 though, man. I don't know if you think he gonna make it. You think he gonna make it?
Yeah. Yeah, he'll make it.
You gonna fight for the brother?
Yeah, people make it.
I'm giving him calling time 6.5 minutes.
6.5. He said 6.5.
Yo, man, bet me $1, Chuck.
I bet you $1.
Oh man!
Bet you $1.
Yes. All right. It's a Jordan Truth currency.
Fair enough.
They still haven't given it a $20 bill yet.
No. Yeah, although they talking about they gonna put it on the shit, they still haven't
on the 20.
Haven't done that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the thing, man. I don't know when we're gonna stop expecting these Europeans to do proper, to do right. Like I've completely not only lowered my expectation, but removed them entirely.
Absolutely. Man, listen, man. If you are black and you are telling your child that Santa Claus exists, you got to give it up.
Yeah.
If you are black and you are telling your child that racism doesn't exist, you don't have to give it up. As far as a thought process, that ain't enough. You have to go ahead and remove yourself out, because if you think that that's the truth, then go be on their side.
Yeah.
To keep feeding our children lies, keep feeding them ideals and ideologies of things is ridiculous. Like, first of all, there's a black Santa Claus. There's no black motherfucker living that far in the north at all. So there isn't a black. There just ain't Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Get rid of the idea. Get rid of that. You can't get rid of Jesus. That's cool. I'm not here to go ahead and judge you on that much. But you got to get rid of the idea of Santa Claus. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, some people will say, "Oh, well, it's just a holiday. It's for the fun. It's for the kids and that stuff." And we talked about this, I think, a while ago on the podcast, where we said, like, what people don't know is that they're participating in a ritual.
Absolutely.
That's what it is, right? When you send your kid to the mall, or you take your kid to the mall to sit on a grown man's lap to tell them all their wishes and desires, that you're like opening up a whole world of different type of shit, man, that people have no idea.
Jumble around the word Santa.
Yeah.
And you get Satan.
Yep.
Now, before, when I talked about in the other show, if you jump around the word teach, you get cheat.
Yep.
Are those coincidences?
Yeah, Pete, what's good, son?
What up, brother Pete? Pete Pro.
My mic check 1 2. What is this? Apologies for the lateness, fellas.
Right. Well, shoot, man. On that note, Chuck, man, you might as well go ahead, introduce us, man. Get it popping, or whatever. Though we can jump right back into this topic. Let's get it.
All right, y'all. So y'all already know what it is. It's the Common Sense Experience, featured on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You can check us out on Facebook at the Black Podcasters Network. I'm Chuck. I'm here with my brothers P Prop and Amir. What's up, fellas?
Yo, what's goody two shoes?
What's goody two shoes? All right, what up, niggas? Man,
Yeah,
what time it is, though? Let's figure this bippity bop ass motherfucker right here.
I mean, I already said my check. I mean, goody two shoes? Are we serious? The fuck, man? Come on, man.
You got to say that shit twice, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo, man. Them the rubber ass nigga. What the fuck, man?
Hey, man. Listen here.
You got two evil stepsisters?
What's goody two shoes, my nigga? You feel me?
What's goody two shoes? I'm
money.
Go ahead, Chuck.
I fit in when you were stand out, nigga.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's good, yo.
Shit, man. This is chilling, man. All right, man. Yeah, let's just.
Fucking week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
No, you good. You say it again.
No, I thought we was getting our pleasantries out the way, and I'm like, shit, it's been a long fucking week, goddamn it.
Yeah.
It's one of those I need a drink type weeks, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say it like this, man. I gotta ask this question, man. Can manipulation be used positively? This is one of the questions, though, I'm asking, though, and I'm getting to the other ones. Can it be used positively, and not obviously for the person that's actually doing the manipulation, but can it be used positively for the person who's actually being manipulated? I'm gonna ask that question, though.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion,
Go ahead. No, because I'm gonna ask this question though, because I want to get into y'all. Y'all have anything for y'all? People's grinding your gears though. What's pissing off the professor, or just y'all want to get right into the topic? Y'all want to get right into the topics?
No, I got some shit, man. I gotta.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. I'm just giving a breakdown of what's going down as far as the topics though, and then get right into that.
Okay.
We got about to talk about the murder of E.J. Bradford and Sister Simone Marshall, 22 years old, killed in the same jail cell as Sandra Bland. And then we're going to talk about the Millie Rock and everything that's going on with Fortnite. And do you agree with that? Do you agree with him, or do you agree with Fortnite? And whatever, though. We're going to get right into it, though. But I got to ask this, though, man. What's on your mind, Pete? What the fuck is grinding your gears, bro?
What's grinding my gears? God damn it. Pick a subject, Pete. What you want to do? Talk about life? Talk about being black in America, my nigga? Hey, no, real talk. All right, yo, this made, so y'all see Joel Santana proposed to his longtime girlfriend, right? Kim Bella and shit. Y'all peeped that?
I didn't see that shit.
Hey, Amir, I know you peeped that. I know you heard about it. Amir.
Yeah.
Okay. So he got a lot of flack for that shit, right? They clown because they've been together for years and shit, right? For like 10, 15 years, I think, or whatever. And they clown the Kim Bella because like a lot of women, well, why you wait this long? This nigga about to go to jail. He just doing this for blah blah blah. Why you wait forever for the ring? After 13 years, you know what I'm saying? You know how chicks be. But on the other hand, right? Miguel, the singer Miguel, just married his shorty, right? They just got married, right? They've been together.
The Lotus Flower Bomb nigga, right?
The Lotus Flower Bomb short thing, you know, R&B thing, you know what I mean? This nigga been married. This nigga just got married yesterday to his longtime girlfriend. She bad as hell too. Some model shorty, but they've been together 13 years too, right? But Miguel ain't get the same. They ain't get the same flat Joel's and Kim Bella got. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my question is, I don't know. As long as you a Michael B. Jordan type nigga, and there's anything, you get away with everything. You know what I'm saying? I guess I asked that all fucked up, but y'all fellas feel me, man. I ain't got to be.
Yeah, I got you. I feel you. Go ahead, Chuck, man. You answer it, man. I'm answering after you, brother.
All right. So, what was the what was the question again, Pete? What kind of?
My question is, I guess, goddamn, I ain't really asked the question, did I? Is there a difference? It's like, is there?
Which one, the Michael B. Jordan niggas or the regular niggas? That was the question you asked.
But Joel and Kim Bella, they got clowned. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you waited 13 years for the ring. Now you finally got the ring. Blah, blah. Miguel and his girl of 13 years get married. It's congratulations. And, you know, it was all love.
Well, we know it's not a light-skinned thing because both of the niggas light-skinned. I don't know, man.
Miguel
It's that. Say it again.
I was saying Miguel do got all his real teeth right now, though. I will admit that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's. I don't know. It's that, and we talk about it a lot on the show, man. It's that double standard shit, and people have no justification for it, right? And if they do, you'll find out like all the reasons are bullshit. Oh, Joel's is this, Joel's did that, he was with Dipset, all that other stuff. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
You've been with a shorty for what, 13 years?
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody, it's not like Joel's and Miguel call each other up like, yo, I'm about to marry my chick. And then Miguel said, okay, cool, I'm going to do it too. I'm pretty sure that's not how it went down. But every relationship unfolds as it grows, right? So there's no, like, there's no. I mean, there's people that have been together 2 years and got married. There's people that have been together like 20 years and got married. At the end of the day, I don't think people should put a timestamp on the time frame, the length, and two, stop comparing. Like it's like we gotta grow up, people. Like really, I mean it. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Hey yo, Chuck. I'm here real quick, right? So somebody on Twitter asked, "What's the difference between flirt and harassment?" This nigga answered, "If you're handsome, it's flirt. If you're ugly, it's harassment."
I've seen that shit before.
Right.
That's fucked up. I've seen that shit too.
Right.
That's facts though.
My bad.
That's facts though, man. That shit is true to the core. And chicks will definitely use that shit to their advantage.
Jules Santana is a real ass nigga. Miguel is a soft batch, moist singer.
This nigga.
So the fact is that no, we ain't got time to fucking bullshit. The fact is that this world wants to eliminate men who are actually men. And he ain't even talking about your sexuality. It's just that you moist and you don't stand for nothing.
Stop saying moist, nigga.
Them niggas is moist as the towel wet. And we know what time it is.
Bad as fuck, though, my nigga.
Listen! And listen, the reason Miguel is Prince with no sense of himself. Okay?
Wait, you said Prince? You said he's Prince?
With no sense of himself. So he's not Prince.
That's deep.
He can make certain music. He can play certain instruments. But you're not. Prince had, stance with certain issues. Money Doesn't Matter yesterday. Diamonds and Pearls did certain songs, slave stuff. He's able to do that or whatever, though. What they're trying to do is eliminate men from being men.
Hold on, man. Prince wore heels, though, my nigga. What we doing?
I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm not saying the nigga wasn't a fag. He might have been a fag, but he wasn't.
Damn,
man. He could have been a fag. But what I'm saying to you is that he could have been one, but he still had issues that he held on to black first.
He's definitely bisexual. Well, I guess he's fag.
He might. I don't know. Yeah, he was.
He had.
Guys, come on now.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. He might have been buying girls diamonds and pearls, though, but he was also wearing them. And let's be honest about that. It's not the Prince. It's about what the fuck we saw him wear assless chaps. Are we serious? Is it really? It could have happened. But just getting to the point, though, as far as with Jules Santana and Miguel is a soft-ass motherfucker. He don't talk about shit. But Jules, they want to eliminate real men. So he was a dude that was out there that was, his cheating is put on display. Miguel's cheating might not have been with another female. So that's why his
damn, bro. They cover this nigga throwing shots.
What's his name? My guy, or something like that. That's his name. What he's called? Yeah, he had a guy. Yeah, Miguel. Go ahead, Miguel. Do your thing, man. But you know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. Shout out to respect. To everybody out there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Dwight Howard, man, live your life, man. Just stop lying, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We don't have no.
All right. This nigga done took it to a whole. We ain't even on the topic no more. This nigga.
Keep going in, Pete. This nigga keep going in.
Jesus.
Nah, man, but just had to talk about that real quick, though. That was good. Yeah, all right, Pete.
Hey, man, I had a question.
That was a good topic.
What's pissing off the professor, man?
Oh, man. All right.
Sound like you gotta get some shit off your chest.
Yeah, man. It's Okay, so we all know what happened with the North Sentinelese killing the white boy that tried to go over there and bring him Jesus, right?
But you mean the people? You said the dude that wanted to introduce the island people to God, and then the island people sent him to God.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I saw somebody put a meme on Facebook. I don't know if you've seen it, Pete or Amir. They said, John, I want you to I want you to meet Jesus. And they said the Sentinelese, they said you first.
Come on, man.
I'm like, damn.
Oh shit.
I'm like, damn. I think it's going in. But I was listening to so I might bounce around a little bit, so just bear with me 1 second, y'all. Because I was listening to a Professor Griff joint yesterday. He was talking about the North Sentinelese people. So you notice that in a lot of the articles they talk about civilized and uncivilized and all that other shit. Professor Griff brought up a good point, and he said, "Well, what is civilized? Like, let's really unpack that word. Civilized is having a smartphone, having a laptop, an iPad. Is it civilized being able to video chat somebody across the country? Is that civilized? Or is civilized a group of people who don't have hospitals, they don't have cars, they don't have cell phones, but they're going strong for 60,000 years, and they're defending their territory from invaders, colonizers." So I say that because there's an organization called the International Christian Concern, right? And right now they're pushing the Indian government to bring charges to the people on the island. And I tweeted them. I sent them a tweet, and I said, "Well, you guys didn't stand up for Botham Jean, who was murdered in Dallas by a white female police officer. He's a Christian." They didn't reply. Now, usually when somebody on Twitter has like a big following, I can understand that. But like I'm going through this organization's tweets, they have one share, one comment, so they see my shit. They definitely see my shit, but they didn't reply. See, the problem is when you call people's hypocrisy out, they don't want to stand up to it, right? Now, if they would reply, we could have had a conversation. Like, okay, well, please just walk me through your mindset of you're defending John, but you're not defending Botham, who was in his own house while John was breaking all types of laws, illegally going into territory he was not supposed to. Multiple attempts. The first arrow shot at him hit his Bible. That should have been his. Okay, let me chill. Let me fall back. But yet Botham, who was in his apartment doing nothing, gets killed by a police officer, and she's walking the streets free. So when it comes to these organizations, I mean, I'm gonna call out Christian organizations. That's one of the reasons why I left the Christian faith. That's one of the reasons why I said, okay, I can no longer identify with this structure that they have set up, right? And I don't know if I told you the story the reason what kind of pushed me over the edge with this shit. So, Pete, you may not know, but Amir, you know, I was like heavy in the church, bro. I was going like 4 days a week. Pete, I mean, I could recite Bible verse, like all this shit. I was heavy into this shit, bro. Like I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking. I was only listening to gospel music and R&B shit. I was doing I was heavy into this shit. And there was this one organization, I'm gonna call them out. It's called AmazingFacts.org. It's a Seventh-day Adventist organization, and they had this ministry program where you could apply to the program, and they train you on doing ministry, like door-to-door shit and doing Bible study. I'm like, oh shit, that shit sound dope as hell. So I applied for the program, and like 2 days later, they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't accept you. You're not part of our faith." What? I probably know more than people who you have in your organization right now. I'm probably more committed than 90% of the people in the organization right now. How the fuck you don't accept somebody who's that committed? It's straight hypocrisy, man. It's straight hypocrisy, man. And if we don't continue to point it out, then these type of organizations will think that it's okay to speak on one issue but not speak on another.
Mm.
So I'm gonna tweet them again, same exact message. I'm like, you didn't reply. I would like to get your thoughts on why you're speaking up for John, but you're not speaking up for both of them.
Yo, Charles.
Yeah.
I am thinking about calling. I got a different name for you. Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. I got a different name for you. This motherfucker be going to the organizations themselves and saying shit. Yeah, I got a different name for you though. But we're not gonna let that out in the air though, because you know how people are listening. And mind your business.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So that was pretty much it, man. It's just the and then, mind you, there's Christians who are on the side of this organization, or obviously they should be if they're Christians.
Should they be? Because what has Christianity done amongst the world though but create chaos?
Well, you gotta remember, like, with a lot of Christians they're sheep. I mean,
how many white good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying how many black good Christians do you know? Down, 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 down.
Well, shit. From. Not, but that's the thing. It's they're committed to something, and black people we're loyal as shit.
Mm.
They're committed to an ideology that is brainwashing them, thinking that it's okay to be committed. Right. So there was a video on YouTube that I watched. Our brother Rich and them, and they was in the streets interviewing people and asking them, do they believe in Jesus? And he came across one black dude, and he said, Jesus doesn't exist, right? The black dude looked at him like he had a third eye. Hey, nigga, what the fuck you just say? Yeah, Jesus doesn't exist. Man, what the fuck you talking about, man? Get the fuck away from me. Jesus does exist, man. Fuck out of here. And the black dude was going in. And all the man said was, Jesus doesn't exist. Didn't exist. Didn't. I guess, same difference. Tomato, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's sad. It's sad. But not coming from a place of judgment, because I was once in that place. Right? I was once the person in the church tithes and giving my last $30, $40, $50, whatever it was. And I was the one sitting in church who felt bad that I wasn't catching the Holy Ghost. Like I was that dude.
You used to feel bad that you were getting...
Oh yeah, because no, check this out, bro. But this is how deep the program is.
That's real. My bad. I feel you on that. I used to thought something was wrong with me, dude.
Yeah.
When I was in church, like my mom would do that shit, then a couple kids in the choir would do that. And I was like, yo, what the fuck wrong? Or is it me? Am I the devil, nigga? Like, I feel you.
Yeah, bro.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah, man. That shit, like, and I know the spirit of some of them people in that church that I went to. That shit was fucking. That shit was dead. No, like some of them people were.
I was in the
evil.
church every too, Amir. That's why, like, I every day, like, it may not look it now, but Gully Avenue, Amy's out in church, nigga. Monday. Like, cause go ahead. I ain't about to make this my story. I feel you, Chuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but no, you're right, Pete. Like, it's when you see somebody else in church catch the Holy Ghost, and you know that person is fucking evil to the core. That compounds it, and like, what the? How are they catching this shit? And I'm not. How am I at every Bible service on Friday studying? How am I at the altar crying my fucking eyes out? And this person over here is evil as hell, abusing the kids, catching the Holy Ghost. Nah, man, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not the type of God I want to serve. Not at all.
At all.
I'm sorry.
That's what they tell you to worship a white God.
Yeah.
You're not even worshiping. First, the fact that Jesus don't even exist. You're not even worshiping the right Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Oh, I wasn't. Well, listen. I if I'm calling somebody my father, shouldn't he look like me? At least a little bit. If God doesn't look like me, or the God that y'all serve doesn't look like me, that means that he's going to fail the paternity test. He's not my God. He's your God.
Yeah.
Because why does he look like you and not like me?
Shout out to Morgan Freeman and playing Bruce Almighty, playing the black guy.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I don't know how many Dwight Howard situations he had to go through to have that happen. So I don't want to
Amir, bro, we're gonna get to Dwight Howard, man.
Amir, man.
Well, no, I don't want to get to him.
We
But we're
trying
gonna
to
talk
get
about Dwight
sponsors
Howard.
eventually and shit.
The people that love us. They know what time it is. We talk how we talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pete. Though, man. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
Nah, it's crazy, man. All this religious shit. I know it's a higher power. I know it's something out there, bro. But when you just read shit like what I'm just reading right now, like this lady, Rosa Maria Ortega, Sean King just posted this, a mother of 5 and a legal U.S. resident with an active green card, was just sentenced to 8 years in prison for voting in Tarrant County, Texas. She voted under her name, had her ID. She legitimately thought she was good to vote. She had all the correct forms. She even volunteered as a poll worker before. Like, she's been here for over 8 years. I mean, she's been a resident for years, and now she got 8 years for voting. It's like, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. You know what I mean? Why all y'all niggas still going to church? Like, what the fuck, yo? That's wild, man. That's wild.
They'll tell you just pray, right? They'll tell you, just pray about it. Just pray.
All right, let's pray. So, you know what? I'm tired. People say that.
Keeping on the everlasting arms.
That's my grandma's song. Shut up.
Yeah.
We gotta relax.
No, but
my grandma's song.
But here's the thing, though. There's put in the proper context. There's nothing wrong with prayer, meditation, all that. There's nothing wrong.
But what are you gonna do after? What's the plan after prayer?
Exactly.
What's the plan? What's the plan of action afterwards, man?
Yeah.
God help those who help themselves, right? Isn't that in the Bible?
Yeah.
I don't know all this shit word by word. I know a few.
Yo, but Pete, I'm glad you said that though, and I want to make sure our audience know though. I would never disrespect your grandmother.
I know.
My grandmother wrote that song.
I know.
No. But what I'm saying though is that a lot of people. This will brought me to this question though. A lot of people do hold on to shit based off of how they feel their families gonna feel about faith, based off of how they actually feel about certain shit.
Right.
So you might look at a song and you can laugh about it and be like, yo, no, that's my grandmother's song. I ain't gonna laugh at that shit. Or, that's just a song. Somebody might go, that's an idea. I ain't gonna think different on that because that's my grandma said, that's this, or my mom would do. Yeah. So a lot of people do. Yeah. A lot of people live their life off of that though, bro. Yeah. There's people that wouldn't cuss riding past the church because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking from like my own experience, man. When I first left the church, man, I was fucking scared as hell. I wouldn't post nothing on Facebook, none of that shit. See my grandfather a couple of times, like, when you going back to church, man? Like, Grandpa, I'm going. I never went back. and
you don't know what y'all do about the church.
But I should have been honest with him. I should have said, Grandpa, I found a different path. I can't go the path that you and Grandma went. You raised us the best way you knew how. You only operated from the paradigm that you knew how. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with operating from the paradigm that you know. Now, if you would have knew the truth about it and still continued to wallow in it, then that's a whole different discussion. But if you didn't know any other ideas outside of what you believe, Grandpa, then you did what you did with the knowledge you had. I can't, you served, 50, 60 years as a pastor. I can't speak on that. But now we have found a different path. Religion no longer serves the purpose that it supposedly originally was created for.
I agree with all that, though. I agree with that. You know what, man? I'm about to get right into this. I appreciate both of y'all. Both of y'all questions tonight, though, man. On obviously over the what's you know what I'm saying, what's grinding Pete's gears, and Chuck, what's pissing off the professor. And I appreciate you, Pete, for going ahead and going into that though, because I've been drinking a little, so I appreciate. I appreciate you being like, yo, what's going on, man? What's pissing off the professor, bro? I appreciate that energy right there. That was good though, man.
Pete threw the alley on the flip.
Yo, that nigga. Yo, when the man said before we get into it, do you got something pissed? Yeah, bro, I got something to say. That took a different tone. I ain't never heard that tone. Okay.
Yo. So I appreciate that though. I'm back on speed. I'm back on task. All right, y'all, man. First topic. I gotta ask. You know what I'm saying, though, y'all heard it as I went to my introductions, though. If we didn't quite hear it, I probably was, I was probably a little bugging out, though, a little coherent, and I had my mind going in three different directions, though. So I'm going to ask you right now, though, in all honesty. Can manipulation actually be used positively? Not in the sense of the person who's manipulating, reaping the benefits, as we know that is obviously true, but the ones actually being manipulated. Chuck, I'm gonna start with you, and then Pete, I'm gonna go after you, brother.
I would say yeah, and
okay.
I say yeah because, when you think about like the different fields of psychology, they got all psychotherapy, and they all different. There's different genres of psychotherapy, and ultimately that's all they're doing. You're manipulating the person's mind back on them to try and help them discover a solution to their problem. Like if you ever notice, like in a psychotherapy session, the therapist is usually asking a whole lot of questions. They're not really giving advice. They're asking a shitload of questions. Matter of fact, they may go through an hour session and they're just asking questions, helping the person to uncover whatever issue that they're facing. Right. So when you talk about manipulation, in terms of helping the person reverse or change whatever behavior they're trying to change, and absolutely, I'm for 100%, because if you talk to somebody directly, right? Say somebody just lost a child, and you're sitting there, you're trying to give them advice. They're not hearing none of that shit. They just lost a kid. They don't give a fuck what you got to say. Right. But if you're using manipulation tactics to try and get that to try and get to the core of helping them cope with it, and they don't realize it, and they come from that session better, I don't see any harm with that. Okay. I really don't. That's just my piece, man. I'm gonna keep it short.
All right, man. So you know what, I do appreciate that. So to obviously to help to benefit them, to help them move forward and get past certain issues, though. But there will be people that say, all right, you're not really helping them. You actually just manipulate them into believing something, though. But once they get out of that manipulation, certain people, they'll say that they still have to deal with it outside of the manipulation of it, though. For me, I have my piece, though. But Pete, what do you think in regards to this issue or this topic? Shall I say? It's not a epidemic. Well, actually, it is. Go ahead, Pete.
Hello?
Pete. Yeah, you there, Pete?
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yo, my shit cut out for like 5 minutes, for like 30 seconds.
Oh, damn.
Did you hear me ask you the question?
Nah, bro. I kept saying, yo, man, I can't hear y'all. They making my headphones. My bad.
Well, basically, the question being that we obviously know that manipulation can obviously be to be able to benefit those who manipulate. But we're asking, can the person who's actually being manipulated, can there be a positive aspect to being manipulated?
I got you. I got you. Yeah, it's funny you said it. So, it's kind of it depends. I guess it depends on how genuine the person who's being a manipulator. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so I watched this show last night. It's Black Lightning. I fuck with it. It's cool, about a black superhero. It's dope. And there's this doctor. Like it's like, I don't know if y'all watch like Marvel and all that shit, but you know, metahumans, people with superpowers. It's a dope show. Like they pretty much take the Tuskegee experiment, but turn it into superhumans. Like white people try to take over this one part of town, all black people, and put something in the water for population control. You know what I'm saying? But instead of killing off motherfuckers, it turned people into metahumans. And some of these kids, they grabbed them up and locked them up in this frozen chamber for 30 years. So now it's this black doctor lady who's in charge of this program to see if she can find a cure to help these kids and to try to keep them alive. Long story short, it was a doctor. This doctor lady, she has kids of her own who have superpowers. So she's really like a mom, you know what I'm saying? So she really cares for these kids. You know how doctors sometimes gotta be cold-hearted and shit. Sometimes you gotta lose a life to save a life. But she's trying to save everybody, but she can't do that. So this other doctor that she's partnered with kind of lied to her. It was like, yo, I discovered something to make sure we could save all the kids and, you know, we could cure them all. But that wasn't the case. But she needed to tell the doctor this because they did find a cure to like help the shit, but some of the cure wasn't gonna save everybody, but it was gonna save, you know, the rest of the population. So because she manipulated the doctor went on with the experiment, killed 14 kids, but it saved 25. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They kind of had to happen. So I guess I say all that to say, like, it depends on it depends, because sometimes that tactic is needed to make the situation better.
Right. And I feel like it's also you also have to be careful on who's getting the better of it. First of all, black people, you have been manipulated here in the United States.
Absolutely.
Into believing you're citizens. I don't know how else to say it, but beyond that, I do feel like there can be positive aspects to manipulating. You have to be honest to the people that you're manipulating when it's necessary for you to be honest to them. If you have a noble agenda, you know, we know that, you know, politicians are honest all the time when they, you know, have to get people to get over their lie to get votes, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the noble ones. You can't lie to them about what it is, why it is, and just give them hope and not the background of knowing who the enemy is. If you're going to manipulate, then you have to do that. After the manipulation, for the good. Because a lot of people that do a lot of good, like within our families, I feel like, or just as people, us as a people, but they don't like to admit that they lied. Y'all find that even with our parents, anybody. Mm-hmm. It's like they did what they did to protect you, but then once you're old enough, they still don't want to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And it's like, then now you're holding on because of your ego. This isn't about me. It's about you. What the fuck are you dealing with that I got to deal with beyond the fact of the shit that I got to deal with now? That's selfish for you to make me hold on to that. If I'm at an age where I can handle it, I'm good. Don't tell me I'm not good when I'm old enough and past especially at a place where you're like in your mid-20s. I'm good, and if I'm not good, that's for me to handle. That don't die with that shit. Tell you what it is. You manipulated me. You made me believe something. You did this so I can do this, so I can go ahead and have this, or graduate, or become a better person. That's cool, but to hold on to that is ridiculous. And not tell me what it is, though, because I don't want to pass that shit on to my children and not even know it. Now you're being selfish. Because you only care about what you created instead of what is going to be created beyond that, which is my children, or the ones I influence in the family, even if you don't have children. You are still selfish. And that's where it's negative to me. Got any more to add to that?
No, that shit was. Yeah, that shit was right.
You ended it eloquently, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. I got to start with you, Chuck. The murder of E.J. Bradford in Alabama. This brother was so-called, quote-unquote, was a mall shooter there in Alabama, though, and then they found he wasn't, though, even though we see plenty of white terrorists here in America get rescued from their own destruction. And we have to talk about 22-year-old Simone Marshall, who died in the same police custody after there was a traffic violation. Died in the same custody there in Texas, in the same cell, one of the same cells that Sandra Bland died in. And all of a sudden it was just, just a coincidence. So I kind of want to get y'all thoughts though, Chuck. I'm gonna start with you, then Pete, and then I'm gonna answer after y'all.
After we end this one, I got a question related to this. If y'all don't mind me asking, or after we talk about that.
Absolutely no problem with you asking that question. Go ahead, brother.
The narrative has to change, and what I mean by that is, police are not going to stop killing black men and black women. That's not going to stop. And of course, with social media, that's all we see. That's all we're exposed to. But if we start sharing and start creating narratives where we see white on white crime, and if we get enough people doing that, then the narrative will change. And it won't change the situation. We'll still, of course, have cops murdering black men and black women. That's not going to change. But if we change the narrative, I think it'll give black people a sense of hope in a certain way. I stopped watching the first 48 because I realized that 98% of the shows or episodes that they release are black on black crime. It's black on black crime.
Yep.
Right. They may have a few episodes here or there where you see a Hispanic killing another Hispanic, but you rarely see the first 48 portraying white on white violence, right? And again, it goes back to that narrative, right? They're running that narrative for a reason. Media is running these narratives for a particular reason, and it's to instill fear. It's to instill fear in black people, men and women, boys, girls, kids, whatever the case is, black people in general. And once you're in a state of fear, we start operating from that paradigm. Now, it's not to say that we're disregarding or we're dismissing that this shit is happening, but whether we're in a state of fear or we're in a state of courage, this shit is happening regardless. Regardless of whatever state we're in, this shit is happening. So why not put ourselves in a state of courage, in a state of hopefulness, and then start operating from that paradigm? Let's start changing the narrative so that we can start rewriting the script. Because CNN, NBC, ABC, like those outlets, in my opinion, won't be as impactful as they are in about 20, 30 years. Based off of the social media alone. Like, I get a lot of my news from social media. Like Twitter, Facebook. I'm not really on Instagram that much anymore, but Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about both of them gene killing was Twitter. I didn't find that in any news article. Somebody posted a video on Twitter. I'm like, what the hell is this? And that's how I found out about it. But just imagine if the millions of people that are on Twitter, the millions of people that are on Facebook, if we start changing that narrative. Like, yo, check this. Here's a video I found of a white dude killing another white dude. Here's a video I saw of a white man killing a white one. Whatever the case is, we have to utilize the same strategies that they're using. Now, in order for it to be effective and work, it has to be a shitload of us doing it. Right? I mean, it can start with us three, but it has to be, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people sharing. Like, if we post a video of white on white violence, that shit needs to get 100K plus views on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I think taking it from that approach, because every time, and for the past 2 years, we've had a lot to talk about when it came to cops killing black men and women. I mean, we've had, and we're not talking about the same person, we're talking about multiple. And you notice that we keep coming back to the same the same narrative. But I think if we start to change it, if we start really researching the statistics, the facts of black on black violence versus white on white violence, cops killing black men, black women, and start sharing the actual facts, I think that we can begin to rewrite the script and change that narrative. And I'm gonna stop there because I can go on for a minute, man.
No, man, that was very important right there, though, man. And I think in black people we need to stop going ahead and putting up our marches, though, and then actually, get to a point to where we do have that organization, man, going on. Pete, I know you're elaborating some more, though. I know, I know your people's run. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, your mom's. Yeah, no, I ain't getting her name, niggas. You know what I'm saying, though? So I know how you get down, though, man. Pete, what's your response to this, brother?
I mean, because, Chuck, you hit on something, and that has something to do with the question I had to ask after this one. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to just answer this shit short and sweet. It's fucked up. We know what it is. The narrative won't change until we reignite the Black Panther Party or we start shooting back at these cops. One or the other.
Yeah. Yep. That has to be like the and of course a lot of people will be especially a lot of black people, they'll be scared to have this type of conversation. Like, well, let's start shooting back. Like if I'm out, right, and I'm legally I'm legal to carry a gun. I have my ID permits, all that shit. I have no priors, none of that shit. And a cop pulls his gun out on me for no reason. I'm supposed to just not grab for my gun? Now, I may not shoot to kill. I may shoot to disarm, shoot him in the kneecap, his elbow, whatever. But no, that is not going to be the case if I have a weapon on me and I can get to it in time. You gonna learn today, motherfucker. I'm gonna paralyze you. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but as I gotta be careful, man. What type of shit we say, man?
Yo, what are we talking about? Like, come on, man. See, I'm trying to. I know Amir want to hop in. I'm trying to chill, but this nigga Chuck, you keep like, what are we being careful of? Niggas is getting killed by people that's supposed to protect and serve. A dude got killed in his house, his own fucking house, because a cop got knocked on his door.
Brother Botham Jean.
Like, yes, man, come on, man. Like, this shit sells. Yo, Amir, say what you gotta say about this, bro, because I really want to touch on something. Y'all don't mind.
No.
All right, so listen. And the reason why I thought about this is because Ava DuVernay, she just inked a $100 million multi-year deal with Warner Brothers, right? Dope. I'm not knocking your hustle. Get your bread.
The one who's eating Oprah's pussy.
What?
Oh shit.
God damn, bro.
So I thought about this, right? Because she got green lighted to do Prince's biopic, right? And remember I told y'all boys I'm watching the 90s documentary and shit. They're going into some shit. And Tom Hanks produced the shit. The shit is ill. But anyway, Chuck, you was talking about the news. You know, what they keep showing. The fucking news is privately owned, my nigga.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Privately owned. How the fuck is news, my nigga? News that says that everyday happening in everyday life, all that shit is privately owned. Boom. So, all right, back to Ava DuVernay. And my question to y'all, and I'm gonna knock my shit out first, and then I want y'all to follow up because it's more of how I feel, but I really want to get y'all how y'all feel on it too, because y'all may feel different. So y'all peep how all these documentaries is coming out, right? Khalif Browder.
Right.
Sandra Bland is dropping December 3rd.
Yeah.
Movies like The Fruitvale Station, Michael B. Jordan, about Oscar Grant. You know what I'm saying? The cop choked him out at the train station. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black directors. Jay-Z put money into the Khalif Browder film and the Trayvon Martin documentary. You know what I mean? And like I said, Sandra Bland. And my thing is, what are the point of these documentaries, bro?
That's facts.
Yeah. What? There's nothing there, and I understand it's a story, but and I'm not knocking them. I'm not. Just understand what I'm saying. I could be dead wrong. I'm just a nigga with a 9-to-5, bro. Jay-Z, Ava, they are many things and shit. I'm not knocking them. I'm just, everything be part of the system still regardless, but get your bread. But it's like, what's really the point of doing these documentaries? Is it for like to shed light on what's going on, or is it to put money in your pocket? Because the reason why is we already know what the fuck is going on. We know what happened to Sandra Bland. She was murdered. We know what Trayvon happened. He was murdered. We know what happened to Khalif Browder. We know he was technically murdered even though he killed himself because what the fuck he went through unnecessarily at Rikers Island over some bullshit. We know he was murdered, my nigga. Yeah. So why are y'all throwing this on TV, putting this in? Is this for us? Is this for us? Or is this for y'all? And to make sure, you and your fam is good. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to make sure you and your fam is good. That's what I'm trying to fucking do. But back to what I'm going to end it with this. Ava DuVernay, right? Mm-hmm. Multi-year, $100 million deal with Warner Brothers, right? You know what label Prince was signed to, y'all boys?
Mm-mm.
You know what label that Prince publicly denounced and stopped using his name and put the word slave on his cheek for, y'all boys? Warner Brothers.
Was it Warner Brothers? Yeah.
Warner Brothers. Miss Ava signs a deal with Warner Brothers, and now she got the green light to do the Prince buyout.
You said Warner Brothers?
Warner Brothers.
You said Warner Brothers?
So,
I think it'd be a thing, stupid.
yeah, man. But no, listen.
You gotta warn your brothers. You gotta warn your brothers. I'm being serious.
Before Prince died, before he so-called had an overdose or, died because he was sick, before Prince died, he was in the process of getting all his publishing and masters from fucking Warner Brothers. He'd been battling with them for years trying to get his shit. And as soon as it was about to happen, he got sick, fam. $100 million deal. You can do the Prince. I'm gonna watch it. Can't wait to watch the Prince buyout. Hope it do good. But what y'all think about all this shit? Because to me, it's unnecessary. I watched Khalif Browder. I tried to watch Javon. I couldn't watch it no more, fam. It had like 3 parts. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm probably not gonna watch the Sandra Bland documentary, fam. Why would I want to watch that shit?
Good point.
So I asked y'all, like, is it cool? Like, am I tripping? Let me know.
Chuck, you want to go first?
Yeah, no, you. I mean, that's a good point, Pete. You brought up, man. Like, what's the purpose of these documentaries? And I was just thinking about this. I don't know, today or yesterday. When I was like, everything in this society, with a few exceptions, in American culture revolves around capitalism. All about money. So these documentaries that are coming out on Netflix and all these other places, it's about money, bro. You think Netflix cares about black people? You think Netflix is pumping money into educational programs for black kids? No, they're not. So when you have somebody like a Jay-Z funding a Khalif Browder film on Netflix, of course people are going to run to that shit. Right? If you don't have a Netflix subscription, that right there, oh, Jay-Z funded a Khalif Browder. Oh shit, what's that about? Let me sign up for Netflix. It's all to drive traffic to their to Netflix. With the whole Sandra Bland shit, they probably about to get paid off of just the subscriptions alone. Tons of hundreds of thousands of black people running towards Netflix to watch the Sandra Bland documentary. But it's probably not accurate. Right? So I feel you, Pete. No, now, will I watch the Sandra Bland thing? I don't know. I watched the Khalif Browder joint. I watched the Oscar Grant joint. But nothing's changing, right? If the documentary is to shed light on these situations and nothing's changing, like the Oscar Grant shit came out the early like 2000 and early probably mid 2000s.
It's like 2010. Nah,
2010.
That's 20 something. Michael B. Jordan nigga played him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it goes back to what you said, man, and you hit it on the nose earlier when you was talking about using the platforms. Everybody, it goes back, and it all trickles down, bro. Facebook, niggas share a bunch of bullshit. Niggas don't fuck with Trump, but we'll definitely share a video of this nigga. Why are we sharing a video of this nigga?
Yeah.
For what? Why are you using your platform to share a bunch of hood fights, my nigga? What are you doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Like it's oh, bro.
Listen, man, I despise. I'll say it like this, man. I'll say it like this: is that when you notice black movies that are talking about white people and what they've done to us, there is always a room for leaving a question to who you agree with. There isn't that when it comes to white people and dealing with who goes against them. They are the heroes without any debate. If a country goes against them, they are the heroes without any debate. But not with us. When it comes to us, unless it's like, I'm not talking about a goddamn fucking movie about somebody getting into a school that's going to only teach you about shit that's going to debilitate you as a people. I'm talking about, like, how the Black Panthers are against the government. There's going to be nuggets in there, but you got to catch those. In the white films, you don't get that. Let me tell you something, man. Listen, man, black people, stop trying to convince evil white people to do right. And you'll be all right. Stop it. Why are you still doing that shit? And then y'all say to vote. Vote yourself into the system. It'll change. You can change it within.
Yeah. Really quick, man. I think I talked about it probably on a few episodes ago when we talked about the Black Trailblazers. There's a website called qualitytv.com. It's owned by a sister. I forgot her name, and they have all black films on there. Like this is a truly, until she's approached, and if they start throwing money, that could be a different thing. But this is truly like a black owned black actor black website where you can go and watch shows just like Netflix. The same thing, same concept. I watched I forgot the name of it, but I watched a one joint where it was in Africa, and the kid, his father died, and he had to go into the city to look for work so he could support his family. And it was an all black cast. I'm like, yo, that's dope. That's dope, man. And of course, you know, I think, well, let me speak for me. I'm pretty sure there's a few other people. You know, I watch shows on Netflix. You know, Netflix got they got some good shit. But I think we have to start programming ourselves to really support websites like qualitytv.com, right? Because eventually she's either going to get approached by one of these networks or whatever. They're going to throw a large amount of money at her. They're going to buy it, and then we're going to see all these shows disappear. Same thing they did with BET, right? BET was bought out by Viacom, and Viacom came in and just changed the whole fucking narrative, changed everything on the fucking BET. Now I can't stand fucking BET.
Well, I think even more than that, we got to create multiple instead of just supporting just one. We're gonna get that one. Shout out to Oprah, Tyler Perry, and how they did what they did. Yeah, we got to create more things and stop thinking that we competing against each other. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
We got to keep creating those, and that's what I said. We got to start with the younger ones. Have them go ahead and be for each other, though, because we ain't going to start with these. We ain't going to start. Let me tell you something. Starting the revolution ain't going to start with our age group, and especially beyond. It's going to start with those that are younger than us, and even younger than those that are younger than us. You got to start them early. That's what they do. That's what the fuck they do. They start young. Keep it honest, man. That's how it is.
Keep it in the stack, my nigga.
But I'm gonna get into this. Third question, man, about the goddamn Millie Rock and this goddamn Fortnite shit. I gotta ask y'all. First of all, because of the dispute or whatever, though, he's been saying that they've been using his dance, though, and it's obvious that is his dance. Do y'all think, one, that you can go ahead and actually have room to copyright a dance move? And if you do, then, well, on which side of that do you agree with, though, whatever, though? And do you think that this is just them taking our shit and just getting away with it? Pete, I'm sorry with you, and go ahead, Chuck.
Yo, I saw somebody somebody put up a meme that said they want all our rhythm but don't want the blues.
I seen that as well. Yes, I did. A young lady did that. A young lady put that up. Yep.
That's a bar, and that's true. And that goes right with what the fuck you just asked, man. $2 million, get your bread, man. And I hope Joe Button kick it with him and give him some knowledge and maybe give him a lawyer to talk to, give them some OG advice. Get your fucking money, man. Fuck Fortnite. You know, it's just, come on, man. Come on. They've been doing this for years, man. They portray us as monkeys, as assholes, as thugs, but take all our swag and try to fucking live off it, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. $2 million, get your money. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can sue for a fucking dance. That's his shit. That's his shit. He was in the hood one day getting his creative on, got popping, got a video, saw a way to get his mom out the hood and shit. That's his creativeness, my nigga. That's what he did. Let him get what he deserves. Let him reap the benefits. Not y'all niggas. Yeah, come on, man. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, it's cool. Get your patent. Do what the fuck you gotta do. You know what I mean? Nigga was young, man. He ain't, he probably ain't know all the paperwork. Young niggas out the hood, most don't know all this paperwork shit y'all invented to try to keep money in y'all pocket any fucking way. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh.
Get your bread.
No, yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Brother Chuck, what's your thoughts on the situation, man?
So when you start adding shit to a game, especially particularly with the Millie Rock shit, that brings value to the game, right? The game wouldn't be as cool if they had some other type of dance in the characters. So with that being said, if the game is more valuable because of this particular dance, it's only right that the person who created the dance gets paid off of that.
Chuck, real quick, can I translate into like nigga talk what you just said?
Yes,
basically, he said, y'all motherfucking cussy line dancing shit, knowing damn well y'all throw that in the video game, they ain't getting no fucking bread.
Nah.
You throw in the Millie Rock with a little something, with a little swag in it. Y'all throw in the nigga shit, y'all gonna eat.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Right.
That's it, man. It's yeah. So he definitely needs to get paid off of them utilizing that dance in the game, because the game is more valuable. Like, the game wouldn't be it would probably not be nowhere near as fun if the characters weren't doing the Millie Rock. Like, oh, that's dope as hell. They doing the Millie Rock, right? And kids that weren't even exposed to the Millie Rock prior to Fortnite now know what that dance is. Thinking that game originated that dance move. No. These are not the most creative people. They're not. I'm sorry. They just build off of other shit. That's their history, bro. Just think about it. Like, they build off of other shit. They've really created anything of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about they can't even mimic with computers the building of the pyramids, because our ancestors who built the pyramids were on a completely different level, so far advanced. Right, and that's what they did with the invasion. The Greeks came in. Who came in? I think it was the Greeks that came in first. They took shit, burnt down the shit, and they built the library off of shit.
It doesn't matter what dressing came over first over the shit.
Yeah.
Greek dressing, Roman dressing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everything they create is derived from something else. There's nothing original with them. They get all their ideas from something else.
And listen, and let's be honest though, man, because I know that the others are listening, man. Listen, man, it's for the real ones that are out there. It's much love for the ones that want to go ahead and try to distort what we're trying to say, though. Shout out to Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champion of the world right now.
Right.
We don't got time to fuck around and not speak straight word. We gotta speak straight word. Yes. White people, not those people. White people, you. Can you deal with that? At least you are allowed to be called what you are. White people, y'all called us boy. Called our women just, bed wenches and bitches. And y'all have made us think of that about our own selves. So if we call you white person, yes. If we call you out by your name, yes. That's you. Your people have done this, yes. That's part of your lineage. Accept it. We have to accept the shit that we've been through. So you gotta accept the shit that you've done.
Yeah.
Fuck. But what the fuck are we talking about? We got time for the bullshit, man. We got time to pussyfoot with these motherfuckers. It's what it is, man. We can't. You gotta speak straight word to them. That is what it is. Y'all have done what y'all have done. We have been and embodied what that is, and so now we gotta deal with it. You want to talk honest or you want to talk bullshit? So I'm not trying to talk bullshit with the masters of bullshitting. I'm going to talk to you real or no. That's who we are. Real. Which sounds like Israelites, right? Right?
Yeah.
You real. We real, y'all not. I'm saying that we got to teach y'all how to be real. Y'all got to accept it. That's the thing y'all want. All right. Let's get right into it, man. We'll get to these trailblazers, man. Chuck, Pete, I'm gonna go after y'all, man. Who y'all got, man?
Pete, I'm thinking you because I'm thanking you for this one. I listened to the Drink Champs joint with Swiss Beats, and that nigga Swiss Beats is dope as fuck. Like that nigga's mindset is crazy.
Zone.
Yeah, man. Like I have a new level of respect for Swiss Beats. I mean, I respect him before, but after listening to that interview, I think for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and just his mindset and shit, and how humble Swiss Beats is. Yeah. Shout out to Swiss Beats, bro. That nigga, he's on his shit, man. You know, he went to Harvard, got a degree from Harvard, and he was talking about some of the shit that he experienced during it. He said he didn't give. He said he was saying that just some shit he's not even supposed to share, but he said fuck it, I'm gonna share it anyway. And he shared some shit that he experienced going to Harvard, and my Swiss being you. Hey, bro, keep doing your thing, bro. So shout out to Swiss Beats, man. I said a lot of young people don't know who that is, but they know Mike Will, and that's his name Mike Will. I think Mike Wilmer or whatever his fucking name is.
Mike Will, yeah. Swiss man. Alicia Keys' husband.
Yeah, she definitely got him on the grind. And what's even more dope was he talked about how Alicia drove his ex-wife to the air. Like he talked about he created that culture in his relationship, in his marriage, to where now his ex-wife and his current wife, they're cool. Like they had him and Alicia had his ex-wife and over for Christmas or for Thanksgiving, whatever it was. Like, where does that happen though? Like we're always exposed to like Malice, bad breakups, and that's that reality TV. That's that reality shit that people be watching.
Yep.
Where all breakups are bad, and this is that I'm smashing your windows. Well, fucking Blue Control shit. I'm busting windows out your car. That's a fucking narrative. You gonna bust the windows out my car? What? All right, let me chill, man. All right, I'm done. So yeah, shout out to Swiss Beats.
Hey man, shout out to the nigga Nori, man, Uncle Nori, for having the platform to have Swiss Beats the ticket like that, man.
Yeah.
Cause Swiss Beats spit some gems, man. The shit he said about the Harvard professors and all of that.
Yeah, that's
we not getting info like that, and we need shit like that, bro. That's the type of info we need in order to make it, man. So shout out to Nori for having that platform, and giving, like he said, giving the roses to the grapes while they still smoke. So they can give us gems like that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had Akon on there talking about shit going on in Africa. That was a dope one. Like he had Dead Prez and Talib on there. That was another dope. Like
that shit was dope as fuck. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Nori, man.
And Nori, he asks some good ass questions. Now he be cutting niggas off. That be pissing me off when I listen to this shit. But Nori, but say it again, Pete.
No, I say you're right. Yeah, he be bugging off that lick and shit. But
that nigga be bent. But
he asks some
good ass questions though. Like his questions open up a good ass fucking dialogue, man. And that's why I like listening to Drink Champs. That's the name of the podcast. Shout out to Nori.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. And I appreciate both those representatives right there, man. Brother Swiss Beats, Nori. I appreciate both those brothers, though, man, and especially what we're doing to have, you know what I'm saying, though, the generations still be relevant in this social media age is a very positive in what it allows. But I have to give a personal shout out, Chuck. Obviously, you know this young lady though, but you know what I'm saying though, we watched her grow up, moved her ass off, and you know what I'm saying did her work and did her studies or whatever though. But Brittany Perry, here in Buffalo.
That was I didn't even know about that.
That's the trailblazer right there though, man. I watched this young girl grow up into a very responsible young woman and mother, and that's great to see, man. She's got the head coaching job, Brian Stratton College here in Buffalo. So I got to give a shout out to her, man. Yo, man, keep doing your thing, man. We love you, man. Remember, you just a shorty though. So shout out to Brick Brat.
Brick Brat. We call it Brick Brat.
Brick Brat. But man, yo, keep doing your thing, man. It's good to see, man. Good positive strides right there, though, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. We got to get into it. We got to talk about it. Pete, Chuck, what? Yo, who you guys think is the best team in the NFL right now in each conference?
Saints and the Chiefs, nigga. What?
Is that where we going? Because the Texans been balling too now.
Wait, aren't the Rams balling too? Or am I bugging? I'm tripping.
Yeah, no, nigga, absolutely. I'm just saying, the Saints, I say the Saints and the Chiefs, right? The Saints, the Houston Texans are balling. They want to come up. Those are my sleepers. And
the Colts are balling too, though. Don't forget the Colts, man.
And real talk, that's who I'm rooting for. The Colts is scary. The Saints have better offense than all of them and a decent amount of defense where they can stop and put Drew Brees on the line and he makes quick. And it's also time to start talking about the best ever, and we need to put Drew Brees in that conversation. Fuck Tom Brady, know what it is. But
no. Drew Brees.
We need to talk about Drew Brees.
It's definitely top 5. Peyton Manning's number 1. We know that. And we just here go there. Here go there. Do we know that? 3-1.
Don't you do that, Amir? How did he get the second ring, Amir? How the fuck his defense? Shout out to Von Miller.
How did Tom Brady get his first 3? How did How did Dan Marino not? How did Dan Marino not get a ring?
I'm going to tell you this. Drew Brees is third.
How the hell did John Elway get his ring?
Running Terrell Davis
and defense.
Terrell Davis? Absolutely. You're not wrong. What I'm saying is, Drew Brees is 39 years old. He's about to get another ring, and he damn near might get one more. I'm just saying. Alvin Kamara and you keep Alvin Kamara and Ingram together. He has one of the 2 best running backs in the league, man. It's Todd Gurley, and then I got to give it to Alvin Kamara. He's an
Michael Thomas is the top 3 wide receiver.
Absolutely, fam. Absolutely.
Right.
His defense is young, and all his pieces is young. He the only old nigga, and he's yo man. We gotta start talking. We gotta give Drew Brees more respect. We got to. But the Chiefs and the Saints is my two best NFC AFC teams. Go ahead, everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree that that's your opinion. What I can say is that's not mine.
That nigga petty as shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I got the Colts and the Saints. 5-game win streak. We got this, baby. Yes, man.
Yo, Andrew Luck's scary as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. He got a running game. He finally got an offensive line, and the defense is not bad. And I saw them boys when I went to go watch the Bills game in Indiana. I saw them boys up close and personal before I took a nap in the fourth quarter because we was trash. I can't. You're not wrong. I can't. No, I don't think nobody be wrong in the picks we kicking, but you know how we talk shit or whatever. But the Colts, and nobody talking about the Colts either. And I think that's how Andrew Luck like it. Them niggas he balling. They balling.
He might win the MVP on the road.
Nah.
Let's get to my next question then, though. Who is the MVP right now?
Drew Brees. No, you know what? No, hold on. Before I say Drew Brees, I want to say Todd Gurley for real, but I know they're gonna give it to a quarterback. I really want to say Todd Gurley. This nigga Todd Gurley is fucking balling. He's balling.
He was balling last year.
But no, he got better this year. Like he's the best offensive weapon. I think he's the best offensive weapon like that anybody has right now. Out of Kareem Hunt, out of everybody, the best offensive weapon in the league right now, outside of a quarterback, I have to give it to Todd Gurley.
Drew Brees is everything right now.
They gonna give it to him, but come on, man. Without Todd Gurley, I don't even think the Rams would be the Rams. Listen, they got the young coach, the system, they got superstar squad. Todd Gurley is like this man. I seen them use this nigga as a decoy in the one game, and it fucked up my fantasy. I got him in my fantasy league, and this is last week. Playoffs next week, baby. Let's get this bread. I need Christmas and birthday money, goddammit. Holla at your boy. Anyway, the shit that Todd Gurley does, like, even when he doesn't have the ball in his hand, that's how important he is on the field. Man, when he's off the field, the Rams look like a different team. Even when he's off like a play.
All right, I'm gonna ask this question though. I appreciate that answer. I'm gonna ask this question though, and Chuck, I know you'll get petty by the team I'm gonna name, but fuck it, man. Let's get into it. We got bad teams playing good. Grizzlies, Mavericks over 500.
Grizzlies ain't bad, man.
Yeah, the Hornets, the Clippers, teams that we thought that wouldn't be at this level are playing really, really good basketball right now. The Magic, for God's sakes. And then the good teams. And then the good teams. Well, the Magic. Well, all right. You know what?
They got a nice young core, bro.
I'm gonna get into after I say this though. And this is why I'm asking. And then you have, we have the Rockets. My team, yes, my team. Spurs, they're balling well. The Celtics, look at LeBron right now. The Lakers, there's 11-10 or something like that. The Golden State Warriors, though, although we do know that Kevin Durant can't carry a team, though, so we know why they just now getting their balls together. And actually having testicular fortitude. But I just gotta ask, what do y'all think it is that it does for the teams, at least through the preseason predictions, they're playing well, and the other teams aren't. We're about 20 to 25 games in.
Yo. Shit don't. I mean, it's good to have a conversation, but we all know shit don't matter till after the All-Star break.
True that. Okay.
But Memphis always been consistent. You know, when Mike Conley is healthy, them niggas is not to be fucked with. But we know they ain't gonna go real far in the playoffs. But they a higher beat out. They a higher beat. LA Clippers.
They had a superstar. Them boys would be nasty though.
Nasty as hell. They need somebody that can create their own shot, like off the wing, you know what I mean? But they nasty as hell. They play D. Clippers, I'm not too surprised because Doc Rivers don't have all that responsibility no more. Doc Rivers is a good fucking coach. But when this nigga want to be a general manager, vice president, plus the coach, cook the food, fucking be the janitor supervisor, you ain't gonna be all that great. And plus they got rid of his son too. They needed to do that. It's entitled fuck needed to go somewhere. So, but the Clippers ain't gonna go too far because at the end of the day, it's gonna be Golden State. OKC gonna be. I think OKC gonna be the sleeper because the chemistry between Paul George and Russell Westbrook is getting real nasty. Fortunately, I don't think Houston's gonna go too far, and that's not. And it's fucked up what they did to Melo. It's fucked up what your squad did to Melo, Amir. They get rid of that. They get rid of their two best defenders and then bring in one of the weakest defenders in the league and try to be like, yeah, this who's going to replace Trevor Ariza and about Mute. That was fucked up.
The organization definitely made Carmelo.
That was foul. Yeah, that was foul.
They made a scapegoat, and as a fan of Houston,
and it set y'all back. It set y'all back, bro.
No. Listen, listen. I understand that completely though, because they did set us back, to a degree, and that we need to get Ariza back. That's a very important.
Yeah,
thing.
they want to pay him. That's fucked up. They ain't want to pay him.
We do have the money though, because we ain't pay Melo much.
That's true. Hopefully I do get him back, but all I know is, you know, they try to say Trevor asking too much, but I'm like, nah, he deserved that money. Give him a little bit. Maybe. Hopefully I do get him back.
Yeah. No, but honestly though, as far as I don't like to get caught up too much until around Christmas time, more or less, and not Christmas time how the media go ahead and say Christmas time, which was pretty much after Halloween. Talking about the real around Christmas time. But I don't know. It's an interesting league right now that teams are actually battling instead of just the front.
Melo need to go to Charlotte. Yeah, I agree or disagree. Melo need to go to Charlotte. Melo need to go to Charlotte. Him and your boy do some damage. My nigga, what the fuck? I'm drawing the blank. My nigga from Connecticut. Kemba Walker. Him and Kemba Walker do some fucking damage. And Melo wouldn't have to worry about doing all that much because Nicholas Batum is a decent defender on the wing.
Okay. I can kind of see that. Melo he's a complicated superstar.
He's going out like Iverson. He don't want to recognize the role that he need to play. That's what hurt my nigga Iverson. Iverson, my favorite player and my favorite NBA player.
And that's why they didn't work.
That's what fucked up Iverson because he ain't recognized, nigga, you ain't the star no more. Him and Melo could have did. Then the nigga, when they went to the Western Conference Finals that 1 year, that's the only year they went. Well, no, twice because he went with Chauncey Billups. I'm sorry, but he
only went once.
I thought he went twice. Okay, then that was with Chauncey Billups. Then he didn't go nowhere with Iverson. They went out the first round. But if Iverson would have accepted his role and let Melo be the young, you know what I mean? That would have been a problem. But I think Melo gonna go out like Iverson because he don't give a fuck. He has bread. This nigga Iverson just signed another deal with Reebok. Like they got their bread. They good. They hood niggas.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, Melo. I don't know if there's a space for Melo in the league right now. Not if he wants to try to be that guy. Nobody's really looking at him. I don't want his career to end like this, though.
I don't either. I ain't listening to end like that, nigga. What you mean? It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah. He's gonna have to be like our Bernard King.
This nigga Melo, 33 years old, bro. He ain't changing. He's still about to go out. That's gonna go out.
He's our Dominique Wilkins. He's our, not with the dunking or whatever, though, but you know what I mean? He's just, for that generation, he's that scorer. He's that guy. But I don't know if history is going to remember him the way he should have been remembered, because he's a hell of a talent. But what do you want, though, man? But all right, man, we got to talk about winners.
Damn.
The Sabres are the best team in the NHL. UB is top 25. Those are the playoff hunt. So, are we back?
I won't know yet. It's too close to call.
I don't know, man. I can't call it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Too close to call, bro.
The Warriors.
You know what the fuck that did to those Buffalo teams? That we can't even be happy.
Right. This is what happens, man.
We got the best defensive player in the NFL that plays in the league that came from fucking UB. We got a top 25 basketball team. That the Sabres the best record in the league. The Bills are still in the hunt, even though they're not in it right now. They're in the hunt. After making the playoffs last year, we still can't be happy because of what the fuck y'all do all the time. The fuck?
They're not consistent enough, man. It's
nigga.
We need some consistency. That'll give us optimism when niggas is consistent.
That's real. No, that's a shirt, nigga. What you say? Say that again.
Niggas, we'll be optimistic when niggas is consistent.
No, I ain't what you said. You said we'll have optimism. We'll have optimism when niggas be consistent.
Yeah,
that's what you said. When niggas get consistent, we'll have optimism when niggas get. That's real shit, man.
Yeah,
that's real shit.
Yeah,
we just gotta be consistent and be together, bro. Like fuck the man. Don't me. We going over things. It's late as shit. Go ahead, bro.
No,
that was real shit.
That was a real shit. We'll be consistent. We'll be optimistic when niggas start being consistent.
We'll have optimism. Please don't switch that. I don't know why I'm being an ass about that. You said we'll have optimism when niggas get consistent.
Yeah.
We'll have optimism when niggas get consistent.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly what you said.
No.
That's real shit.
That's beyond real shit. That should be a shirt. I'm down. But you have to get to that point, though, man, and get into the first question that we came on, as far as manipulation or whatever, though. You have to get to a point to where we have that mindset constantly, you know what I'm saying, being taught and being repeated to the minds, you know what I'm saying, though, that's what needs to be to our young men, and being taught to the young women as it's being taught to the young men for that. Because you can't have just young men having this mindset and then the women not being accepting of it when it's real.
Right.
They have to be taught. They have to be taught that as well. So we get into manipulation of the mind and that into a positive aspect, and having that come together, that we have to have that, you know what I'm saying, though, we start being consistent. Now we're showing the consistency. But my sister, you have to be able to accept that this is what's happening.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now, man. I ain't gonna front. That shit sounded deep as shit, but I'm like, all right, where are we going with this? You're kind of tying in the consistency. No, I'm just being honest, bro. Like you was going in right there. I'm like, what's this nigga talking about? This nigga's going deep.
Oh,
were you trying to back in?
Let me explain. Fair enough. What I'm saying is that if the brothers out here and the sisters say that we should change and we should be men, then if we're showing that we're becoming men as we're being taught, then the sisters cannot not be taught and combat us on that aspect.
Okay. I feel you. Okay.
Thank you, sir. We can't have guys out here being kings, and we have fucking Nicki Minaj's and goddamn Cardi B's out here combating us on what we're trying to do. Bitches from Real Housewives of Atlanta trying to combat us on what we're trying to do as men, if we're showing that consistency. Or otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and just still be simps. And doing simp stuff. All right, though, man. But y'all know, man. Listen, man. Without a doubt, God loves y'all. I barely tolerate y'all. Y'all know what it is. Chuck, man, speak your piece. Stone Pete, go ahead and close us out.
Yes, sir. Common sense experience. This is Chuck. I'm out.
And man, peace. Yeah, man, peace.